Hello, hello, and welcome to Candy's Crafts Corner. How are you all doing in this beautiful Sunday? A little hot, temperature-wise. Very hot because Spain just won the World Cup, and you know how much I like soccer, and of course Spain is my team. So, well, that being said, I hope you enjoy your weekend and you're ready to do some crafting with me. Today we're featuring, oh, I see there's something I don't like on camera. Uh, what is this? Oh, sorry, I just realized there's something intruding here on the image, the upper corner. Anyway, um, let's ignore that. I don't think it bothers so much. It's just a little thing. I wonder if it's this, the light. No, it's not the light. It's this thingy. Sorry. All right. How is that? We see something here from my. I think I need to move this farther up. Okay. All right. I think I'm back. I'm sorry about that. My phone quit. I don't know what happened. And just confirming that everything is fine. All right. I think we're fine now. Can you see my table fine? I think so. I'm sorry about that. I don't know what happened. My phone restarted. I think I may have pressed it when I was moving to get the stuff off camera. And I see something got disconnected too. So I'm going to try to plug this in. All right. I think we're set now. Yay. We're back. All right. So let's get into it immediately. Today is my day for playing with Moonlit Flora Suite. And that has beautiful paper, this beautiful stamp set, Fern and Flora. It has the dies also, Fern and Flora dies. And as I said, it has some nice paper that we're going to be featuring today in several of the cards. I mean, it's hard to choose. I haven't used the backs so much as I've used the fronts because the fronts are so beautiful. I want to go too much in depth into that because we'll see them as they come, okay? But it's very nice paper. Hello, Teresa. Hello, Deborah. Hello, Princess. I hope you're still around. And now I see the comments. It's great. Yay. All right. So I'm going to start going immediately into it. So I wanted to focus on very simple cards today, just because I came from vacation and my was not in the most creative juices flowing. So when that happens, I like to go back to simple, and I think sometimes simple is the best thing you can do, right? So let's start with this card. Let me put the others away. So there's no fan folds. That there is this tiny card, which is I think is very cute. But there's no fan folds today. Just simple cards featuring the beautiful paper that speaks for itself. So for this card, I'm having a card base, regular size, 4.5, 4.25 by 5. Well, actually 8.5, scored at 4.25 by 5.5. And then this time I went full size. Instead of doing my usual frame around the paper, I just went full size and I used the whole paper. So this is from the Moonlit Flora Suite. And then it also has, which I forgot to say, a beautiful embossing folder, 3D embossing folder. So we're going to use that. And then we're going to use some of the dies. And we're going to use the little stamp that makes the label. And there's a die that cuts it out. So very simple. Just anybody can do this as long as you have the material, the beautiful suite. So we're gonna use this 4.25 by 5.5 paper that will cover the whole front of my card. You sometimes like I usually go for a little bit smaller with the frame around it, but sometimes you have to vary a little bit. Then I cut a strip that is 2 by 5.5 of the embossed, and which I've embossed. This is also Peaceful Pine, one of this year's in colors, and becoming fast one of my favorites. Wait till you see the Christmas cards. Well, not today. I have to say I wanted to do a Christmas in July card with every week, but I didn't do one for this set because it doesn't speak Christmas to me. Usually I can find a way around making something Christmassy, but the ferns are not Christmas. So, excuse me. As you can see, I'm still not over my cough. And it's almost going on 4 weeks. So a drink of water. So now we're gonna do I had to die cut this. I had to stamp. As you can see, the stamp has the outline, but I had to do it before. But I'm gonna stamp the sentiment, and I'm gonna do you make the world a better place, because you can always find somebody in your life who makes your world a better day, a better place. Your world, all the world in general. And I'm doing it in Berry Burst because it's one of the colors of the suite, even though my paper doesn't have. Okay, I'm gonna put. If you see where I have my stamp pads, they were almost about to fall. So I saved them, I think. All right, so Berry Burst. And I'm just gonna center it over my label, and hopefully it'll be okay. And there you go. Easy, no? And yes, like Christmas, it's still far away. I like to do Christmas in July, but we're gonna put couple of dimensionals in this so I can tuck things behind it. But I think I'm gonna put, once I decide where to put it, I have this beautiful fern, and I'm using the green colors that come in the paper. I did this upside down, which I kind of liked. And we'll do this one right here, like I did in my original card. There's a piece that I haven't poked out yet. So yes, so there's several ways that we can attach this here. We can do with turn tape and just plug it in, because then this will cover it. But I'm gonna use my green glue, which is my favorite glue. Just gonna put a little bit here. Then I'm gonna grab my tweezers and I'm just gonna go to the places where I want to put them. So this one I want more or less like that. And I'm not gonna worry that there's excess glue there, because this is gonna be covered. So I just tap it. This way I have still a little bit of time to wiggle it on if I want to move it, so that's what I like, what we call green glue or liquid glue or tumble glue. This one like that. Let's see how that looks with this on top. And I like it, so I'm gonna take my backings. You make the world a better place. All right. So I see, and I don't know if it happened in my other car, I can't remember, that this, because it has like 2 layers here on this side plus all these pieces, my dimensional seems to be a little higher than this side. So what we can do is put another dimensional underneath the first dimensional. And that's just because I like to do that kind of thing. Oh, look, I ripped everything off. And now we're gonna put it where we had it. And now to me, it looks much better. That's just me. Okay. Gonna press it down because there's a lot of embossing, and these 3D embossing folders are very deep embossing, have very deep embossing. Sometimes you have to press your liquid glue a little bit harder to make it get to the bottom and get it here. But it's gonna be, it's gonna be fine. I like it like that. I think so. All right. So now let's go with the decorating. Well, we've already decorated, but I mean, with the bow. Because this is very small and this will make a big bow, I'm cutting this ribbon in half with my ribbon scissors, if I can find them. And here they are. So I'm just going to cut a piece of this, and I'm just going to go right in the middle. I don't mind if it's not super straight. I should have done that before, but I wanted to show you anyway. Yeah, this not super straight is right. And there you go. It's always good to have a scissors that are just only for ribbon or for fabric, because they keep sharper. If you start using it with things that have glue or, even paper, then when you cut the ribbon, it's not as fine or as sharp as you would like it. And, it's good to invest in a second pair. And now we have the new detail scissors to replace our snips that we no longer have. And, they're very good too. I tried them. They're almost the same for snips. I was very sad when I couldn't get extra snips. But anyway, I'm going to save these. And here I'm going to do one bow with this Peaceful Pine ribbon. Oops. All right, Candy, we're on camera and we're doing a bow, but that's fine. Thank you, Teresa. I'm glad you like it. So we'll trim this once it's done. But then I want to do one behind it for extra texture with this gold and black and white and gold baker's twine or whatever they call it. Let's see what they call it, because I have it right here. Black and white and gold baker's twine. Oh yeah, I was right. Look at that. I was right. All right, so more or less like this. And once we put it down, I decide if I want to trim the ends or not. And I'm going to put the baker's twine underneath and this on top. And that's it. That's my simple card. I'm going to attach it with glue dots. So what I do is I put a couple of glue dots here. And then I put my bows. And then we'll see if we trim the ends or if I like it. If you see there's not enough tackiness left, you can always add another one because we're putting two bows. So I'm just going to put an extra one here. Oops. And it doesn't want to stick. All right. Yeah, that's secure enough. These may be a little too long, but I kind of like them. I don't know. What do you think? Should I cut the ribbons? It's like it because it's a simple card. You can, I don't know, maybe leave it like that. All right, and then just the final touch is gonna be some of these dewdrops embellishments, and these are part of the suite. I'm gonna do the clear ones for this one. I'm gonna do a big one and a small one, and then another big one there, I think. All right. So it's a simple card. Of course, because it has the green, I would put something inside, but I haven't done it yet. So I'll do that later. Just white with maybe a stamp of the. Okay, I'll do it. Come on. Oh, well, I'll do it. No worries. So let me grab some. Yeah, I might as well finish the card, right? No cutting corners here. And I should have done the other measure first. So 4 by 5 1/4. Nice. This didn't cut properly. 5 1/4 again. All right. See, I hate when it does that. Oh well. I'll have to do another one for my model card, which I didn't finish either. And then we're gonna grab, I don't know, something small. I don't want, maybe this fern. I don't want this to have a lot. Just a little thing. And I would do the same for the envelope. Excuse me. Peaceful time. Leave it. Yeah. I think I agree with you, Teresa. All right. Like that. And since I'm at it, and I think I have some envelopes here, I'm just gonna do the envelope as well. Since I have it in my hand, might as well. There we go. Simple, but sometimes simple is good. And when you're in a funk, go back to the basics and do a simple card. It takes no time. It can take very little time if you have beautiful paper like this. Just put the paper, put your sentiment, and you're done. And decorate if you feel like it. There we go. That's our finished card with our finished envelope. Quick and easy, right? All right, moving on to card number 2, which is gonna be, okay, so another thing that I do when I'm in a funk, because I think that it's good to keep creating, but sometimes you have as I said, you have a hard time sometimes. It's not that I'm not in the mood, it's just like, oh, you're stuck. So I did this simple card, and very similar to the other one, but vertical with the horizontal thing, like with the embossed thing, but I wanted to have more white in it. So I did a white background. And then I said, well, you can do the opposite. So I did kind of like the other way, in which the background is the embossed part and the belly band is the paper instead of being that. So they're kind of like the opposites, but they're the same. They're very, not the same, kind of the same design, but you know what I'm saying. So that's another way that if I like it, you just change the elements and do the negative of the elements, and that may work too. All right, so for this, I'm using this other beautiful paper. This has a big images, so I have some extras that I wanted to show you. Like, I wanted to use this, but then if I put the belly band, it would cover this beautiful moss here. And so I'm going to do something else with this one. So it's a part of the same sheet of paper as is this. You see, they're a little different. Like this has like the fern here. This one, has more of the lighter ferns. But anyway, all works. This is actually, instead of going full size, and that was because I cut the paper to use the most of this paper at 4 inches instead of 4 1/4, because the 12 by 12, it gives you 6 pieces of 4 by 6 or 4 by 5 1/4, which is what I'm using in this case. So that's why I'm leaving the white space around it. Then we have this, and this you can do 2 ways. I did it here that the belly band only goes to the border of my paper, but in this case, I think I'm gonna leave it like that. I'm gonna leave it that it goes side to side. I think I like it better. I think, and you can move it around if you think that this is to center. You can put it farther back if you like what you see here. It depends on where you want to put it. What you want to show of the paper underneath. Yeah, the paper is gorgeous, Teresa. I totally agree. And that's why it's a perfect paper when you are not into a very creative mood. You just let it sing. Let the paper sing. And use it. Because sometimes we hoard the papers that we like, isn't it? Isn't that true? Well, I think I have some more. I cut extras of these because I don't have it in my little prepared package. So I'm gonna grab it from here. I got a lot. So I think I'm gonna do this baby. Look how beautiful this is. Isn't it nice? And this I did like this, but you have to see what works with the background. This has this in the background here. So I think that this way is better than the other way around. Yeah, I like it like that. I'm gonna have to refresh my glue here because this is drying very quickly. And I'm just putting the glue where I think it's gonna go. Like so. Because this will stick up, which I'm okay with. And then I'm gonna use one of these. Let me see if I can find one of those smaller pieces. Okay, I'm gonna excuse me, empty them all here. And okay. Let's see. Well, I will show you. I did this. I'll show you later because I did it with a little car where I watercolor my paper, white paper, and then I die cut it. I use it for die cuts, and I think this goes well with this because it has that. But I think I have it also in another color. But it's the same. Nah, I don't want to do it in that color. Here, we can tell me which one do you prefer? Your favorite, Deb? Your favorite purple? It could be this, or it could be this. I think I like the dark one better because there's more contrast. It's like this has the lighter tone underneath. And then if I do this, I think this would be nicer. But I want to do my sentiment first. And I'm going to do a happy birthday because that's the only thing that this set doesn't have. It's a happy birthday message. So I'm using another happy birthday. Okay, I have to find one that I like better. Like this is perfect. All right. So for happy birthday, I'm using. Oh, it's not here. I had it. What is it? Oh, it was the. Oh yeah, it is here. I knew I had it already. I was very careful because my friend was coming to watch the World Cup, but I want to make sure that I had everything ready because I know I knew I would be distracted. So I'm using the one from Rolling Waves, this Happy Birthday here, because it does fit in a little frame there. Okay, and now I cannot find my right block. There we go. And another of the colors of these, and because it goes well with the colors that we see here, is the Secret Sea. So that's what I'm gonna use. And I like the combination that the frame is different than the text. So it's not the same color. I like that. Right. I have to put it, I don't know if I'm on camera or not, but I need to see it. Isn't it the perfect size for that message? I was so happy. I thought it was not gonna fit, but it does fit perfectly. Happy birthday. Again, we're gonna put it in dimensionals. Excuse me. 1 and 2. We could put 3, but I'm gonna be, frugal. All right. Just to close it again with some little embellishments, and I'm using these. I don't know where to put them because this is very different from the other ones. Maybe I should put these embellishments. What do you think? Green or Secret Sea? I think green. Yeah, but it just goes better for this card. It depends so much on the background, I think. I don't do a big one. Is this small? No, this is big, no? I don't know. Big, small. And actually, I don't like them back there. I think I did all big, so I'm gonna do a small one there. There. It's too busy down here to put embellishments, in my opinion. So here's card number 2. Oh, inside. We're gonna go for the same fern. This fern in Secret Sea. And you can do another one if you want it, but since this one is out, why bother? Coughing and stamping at the same time. Not the best. All right, so card number 2 in the book. And now we'll do the opposite, the negative, as I call it. And we do, the background will be the embossed part, and the center will be, the belly band will be the paper. And let me see if I can find my prepped package. There we go. Here it is. This is the beautiful work of the embossing folder. Isn't it nice? And as you can see for this one, I actually used like a little frame behind it, just not to put it like that. And I think it looks better. So yeah, so your creative juices take you to do kind of like the same design. But, don't be afraid to tweak it as you go. If you think something's gonna work better, or you feel more adventurous, or, so you can start from the same point and then go in different ways. Oh, thank you. You seem for my coffee. Yes, coughing and stamping. Not a good idea. Getting better, but still. All right, so I didn't prep my frame around that, and I think that should do it. Yes, perfect. So this was 2 inches, was it? No, it was 1 3/4. So I'm gonna do these 2. I was gonna cut it off camera, but I'm like, okay, no. I'm gonna show you how I'm cutting my paper. 2 by 4 1/4. All right. Save my little scraps. And then we're going to center this here. I was thinking, that I could use this for a Christmas card because it feels like diamond tea. So yeah, I'm still going to get a Christmas in July kind of card. Maybe not tonight, but I will get it done with Moonlit Flora. All right. So that's your belly band. We're going to put it wherever you want, farther up. You put it in the center. You put it down here. I like it where I have it this way. And I love the embossing on the white paper. I did not use, by the way, the thick cardstock. I use the regular one because we're going to put 2 layers of cardstock in it. So I figured that was enough. Excuse me. Again, I'm going to put a little bit more glue on the sides because this is going to go all the way to the sides. So I don't want it seeping out, but right, I do too, Teresa. Embossing in white is very elegant, I find, and then you put just a pop of color. And that's another way to do Christmas cards. I love doing Christmas cards with just the white embossing. I would do just like snowflakes or something more. And then just a pop of color with the sentiment and you're done. I'm very behind with my Christmas cards this year. Last year, I joined a challenge that you were doing 5 or 10 Christmas cards every month, all of the same design. So you pick one design and then did 5 of them, and then you post them in the group, just for fun. I'm using this because I want to use this, but I don't think it goes with the paper. No, I'm not gonna use that. But anyway, this year I wanted to join, and I'm always late joining because the first month I'm coming back from Spain after Christmas, and then it's my birthday, and then it's tax season, and then it's just whatever. Life gets in the way, right? So I started like in April but I caught up, and that was so helpful because by the time Christmas came, I already had a bunch of cards. Now I have I think 3, which is, or 5. I'm not sure. I think 3. All right. So let me find the other little thingy. Fern. I like this one, but I don't like it in this color. We can put it in this color, or we can put it in lighter color, I think. I don't know. Probably lighter color. Okay, I have to poke the holes out. The first time I used this die cut, I didn't poke it out, and I said, I kind of like it without poking out because it still looks pretty. But, it's meant to be. Oh, I put too much glue there. It's because it's drying and trying to use the remainders. All right. So that, and then we can do another. I'm going to do thankful for you. I can do thankful for you. It could be a thank you card. Why not? Let me grab another block and find the right sentiment. Right. I'm thankful for you, or what is it? You're an amazing friend. Maybe I'll do you're an amazing friend, just for variation's sake. I don't have a card who says that. That says that. I think I'm gonna go for the Secret Sea. I did here with Peaceful Pine. I like the combination of the 2 colors for the labels, as I explained before. Let's find one of these. You're an amazing friend. And you all are. And I thank you for following me. I'm going to trim it here because you see how this, I didn't like move the die cut a little bit. So I'm just going to trim so there's no that much of a difference between the two sides. So just little things that I like to do. Oops. There we go. There we go. There we go. And again, we're getting our trusty dimensionals. And I'm just using 2. Just because. I actually, for the watercoloring. Oh, Teresa says that it coordinates with some Stitch Christmas. I didn't get the Stitch Christmas. It was not my kind of thing. But what color did I use for the watercolor of the lighter thing? You'll see fall coming up in the last card. I think it's Peaceful Pine. It just looks so much lighter, right? Yeah, it's Peaceful Pine. All right, so for this one, I'm gonna use the Secret Sea because I did this in Secret Sea, and I'm gonna put that here. Maybe I'll do this one here. It's too big. I don't like it. Okay, out it goes. I'll do a smaller one. There. You're an amazing friend. Oh, and we have the bow. And in this case, I had used my half ribbon, and I used it at the same time, did the bow all together. But I don't like it. So I'm going to do it how I did the other one, which is, excuse me, doing one first and then the other and putting one on top of the other. I don't like this all together so much. Excuse me. Let me grab some water. All right. Let's see if this is the one. All right. This came out nice. All right. And I put it here in the corner. So I'm going to trim this a little bit and make it a little smaller. I'll trim it. Yes. And then this one I also make a little smaller. This is just, it moves very quickly because it's very slippery. But it's kind of the fun of this baker's twine, which I predict I'm going to use a lot for Christmas cards because it has the gold. And I like that. Oop, this fell. I have to recover. No embellishment goes left behind here if I can recover it and reuse it. Where's my glue dots? Okay, these are giving me a hard time today. You could actually do this, which is what most people do. Just put it like that and bring it out. And sometimes it works better. I'm going to put this one in the corner here. And then this one on top. Don't you think it looks nicer than this one? It looks a little messier. But anyway, I mean, it still looks nice, but. All right, so let's go for the last card. Oh, I didn't decorate the inside. What did I do with this one? Oh, nothing. Oh, look at that. How original. um, what do I want to do for this one? I want to do the same thing. Maybe I'll do the moth. Let's do the moth. I'll put it up because the moth is flying away. There you go. And the same for this one. All right. So that we have our negative card from the previous one. So let's go for the last one. So the last one is 3.5 by 3.5. And then it has 3 by 3 inset here. So let me grab the materials. Where are they? Where are they? I thought I had them all out. There we go. Found it. So I did it, this one in white paper as well, white cardstock. But I thought, oh, I can actually use Peaceful Pine. So, I'm going to use Peaceful Pine for this one. So let me tell you what I did for the watercoloring of the paper. I used Peaceful Pine and a blending brush. And because I'm going to use the water, I don't care much if I get smudges in it because, it's not going to matter so much to me. If it matters to you, you can just, start from outside and just go in. And I should have used a bigger blending brush. So this could be faster, but oh well. Oh, you like the flowers? Oh, I'll show you how I did it. It's actually very easy. Thank you, Teresa. Yeah, this has, I see that big smudge there. It doesn't matter. Because what I don't use for my card, I'm going to use for cutting, making die cuts. And then when you cut it from here, after you put the water, it's, the smudges kind of like work with it, like it's irregularities. So kind of good. As I said, if you don't like it, you can be nicer about it, or not more delicate about it. Let's call it that. All right. As I said, this is easy. This is just like not complicating yourself too much. This is what I was in the mood for this week. I had a difficult week at work and at home too. So, sometimes you just need to make your life easier and not overcomplicate things. So then we're gonna get my water. I hope it's around here. Yes, the spritzer. I'm just gonna spritz some water in it. Sorry. And because it's curling, I'm going to split the paper on the back so it will flatten it a little bit. You see? And see how it starts getting the little droplets of water? I think it's kind of fun. So we let it dry. Meanwhile, we'll do something else, like working on our card base. So for this, I had, excuse me, this paper from the Moonlit Flora as well, at the same size. So 3.5 by 3.5. And we're going to put it all together. And we're also going to color the little, oh, I didn't cut them out. Oh, I'm going to have to die cut them on my machine, but we'll color them first. The flowers, I mean. Usually I thought I had, but I guess I didn't. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. Looking at my pieces here that I had prepared. But anyway. All right. So let's work on this guy. I used basic gray. Oh, no, sorry. Gray granite. I thought I was using basic gray, to tell you the truth. But I use what I use, so you see the same. And the beautiful bouquet of flowers here. A bunch of flowers. I don't know which kind of flowers are these for the flora scene. Yes, it does make it look realistic. Thank you, Deborah, for liking all my cards. So I didn't ask you guys, can you hear the humming or you're okay? It's not too bad because I have the fan for my phone. Grab a piece. I don't like to do it in black because it's too much sometimes. So I thought that this was nice enough. The gray granite, basic gray granite, like something like softer. All right, and then I just grabbed our water pens. Oh, perfect. Thank you. I'm glad you don't hear it because it helps my phone, but if it's annoying to you, I just, and I have a little bit of oh, okay, Candy, you have to push and get some water here. Sometimes it takes longer to come out, and if not, I'll just use another. Another water. Let me see if this one works better. I think it's gonna be better because it's thinner too, so. I'm going like that and just pressing down. But sometimes it takes time because it gets clogged with the impurities in the water. So when that happens, what I like to do is just like I put it like that and I wet it. And sometimes that helps it come down easily. Now I have a little bit of water. I don't know if there's more coming or that's what I just put there, but at least I can use that. For now, let's call it that. Let's call it a day. And I just did very, very simple. I did a little bit of the color in here. And my gray granite already makes it look a little darker in the veins. So I'm not even gonna bother too much because we're gonna go through these later with our shimmer pen. So this one has a fold, so I'm gonna do this a little darker if I can, just grabbing ink directly from the ink pad. A little darker. And this one also, that seems to be on the shade, a little darker. Kind of I should have put some more ink here, but anyway, now I have water running. That's good. And just the stems and the underneath of the flowers, just a little bit of color, because this is solid gray, but you know, if you put a little bit of your color, it picks it. So let's do the same here. All right, and once we have that, we're gonna clean our brush. Let me close this one. Sometimes when using this happens because these are all water brushes, and as I said, some residue from the water can be in the deposit here. When that happens, sometimes I just use them with a container of water. Excuse me again. All right, so now we're gonna go for the flower. Oh, good that there's no humming either. Excuse me. No, you have enough with my cough. You don't need the humming on top of it. So for this one, I just mimicked a little bit these flowers as they're here. I don't know what kind of flowers they are, but they have the color underneath, and the top of the petals are white. So that's what I was trying to do. So I'm going to see the underneath, and you can see some. Oh, sorry, you cannot see. Some of the stamp already shows that it has some areas where you can see the underneath of the flower. And then I'm going darker on the buds here. I'm trying to go darker. I can go darker by just grabbing a little bit more ink directly from my pad, just from the side of my pad. I don't want to mess it up with the water residue, as I was saying. And you can go over it. The ink dries very quickly. It's much quicker than watercolor. So then if you want to add more color, you can go over it and just add a little bit more color. And there's a bat here that I forgot. And I'm going to do darker on the bottom, like I did the other one. And anything else? I did a little bit of hint of color here in the middle. And there. That's it. All right. So we're going to clean our brush again just by pressing down until there's more water and it comes clear. Then your brush is clean for the next one. Even if it doesn't look like it's clean, it is clean. Okay. So now we're done with this. And now on to the Wink of Stella, friends. We have regular Wink of Stella for the white parts. Actually, I think I did just the inside, so it would be more contrasting. And then I grabbed the Peaceful Pine shimmer, and I went to the dark parts, like the darker parts, like the dark, because this is darker than what I was using with the watercoloring. So like the underneath of the flower, the stems, And they're very, very fine, so you can go like really fine. And these parts that I wanted to grab. And this part of the folded leaf there. And I forgot this one. Just a vein for that a little bit. And this baby there here. And this one here. And you can go crazy and just go whatever you want, but you know. Oh, so that's how I did it. Simple, but effective, I think. You like? So now I'm gonna go cut it because I forgot to die cut it. Oh, we can. Yeah, no, I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna dare to fuzzy. Sorry, fussy cut that. We have a die that cuts that thingy right there. And I'm just gonna go pass it at the machine. So give me a second. And here we go. All right. I think this is now, it's a little wet still. But look how cool it's looking, isn't it? I could dry it with, or maybe I can use this part that feels a little drier. Anyway, or we can work on the rest of that. My other thought that is that if this didn't dry, I can always use this. That was a piece that I had left from the other paper and do this, but it's not gonna look so cool. I could do that too. But I like the bigger watercolor paper behind. So I did that. This was a mistake. I grabbed what I thought it was the white embossing powder, and it was the clear one. And I'm like, oh, okay. But my idea was to do it in the white. So, and these are from the Scallop Wishes, which I thought they were nice little labels. So let me see if I can cut 3x3 without destroying the paper. Hopefully I can. I could actually dry it with my heat gun, but I don't want to use my heat gun right now. It was 3, right? I think it was 3. Yes, 3. Okay, that sounded good. All right. So I'm saving these for die cuts and such. And 3. Feels a little fussy here because it's wet still, but we'll make it work. All right, so where's my card? Right here. And then I like it here in the corner. It's not my usual. I'm trying to get out of my usual, do something different from time to time. Oh, and I see that we're losing the light. What happened here? Oh, well. The plug is not working for this light. Excuse me a second. Let's see. Sorry. See, I'm gonna show you the behind the scenes here. Why is this not working? Because this has to be red, because there we go. Maybe I moved it when I moved the table to get out. All right. So now we have that. I still can put it more to the corner. Oh, I forgot to put the ribbon. I wanted to put ribbon. Can I lift it, or can I lift? Oh, I can lift it. Look at that. More or less in the middle. We're gonna put it down again. So this I'm gonna tie with our friendly gold and white baker's twine. I'm holding two things, trying to make it tight while holding this down. If you don't want it to move, you can put a little bit of tear and tape down there. I just didn't, I thought I could make it happen without it. The slippery. Then we're gonna cut it right here to the edge of the card. One on each side, meaning a little bit slanted, like that. Something like that. It's not perfect. It's slipping down. Maybe I'll put a blue dot behind it, because otherwise it's gonna keep slipping. Didn't slip in my original card. I don't know why. Because the paper is wet, it's probably that. There. We put it here, and now you're gonna stick there. And this didn't cut right, because this is not my ribbon scissors. You see why you need ribbon scissors, people? All right. And this is not sticking down because of that. It not. I'm gonna put a little bit of tear and tape here to hold it. Just gonna stick it behind it, and take the backing off. You see how this is slipping? It didn't slip in my original car. I don't know why it's slipping now. Now it's stuck when it was not tight. There, tight, and stick down. Okay, fine. Okay, now, and I'm still not happy with this ending. Okay, that's better. Now we decorate. Now we get some greenery here. We could do that. Just to do something different. Yeah, that kind of works. Need more. Oh, look at that. Need more green there, more green glue. to clean your silicone mat is really easy. Just when the glue is dry, you can lift it up by rolling, and then you put fresh one. Let me see if I want to do this one or I want to do this other one that I had there, like the one originally planned. I planned this one. No, I like the lighter green. This is too much like this. The peaceful pine. I can do this. Oh, this still has the pieces there. Like in the original card, maybe. Or I can do this one. I want to do this one. That's it. Like in the original card. And I'm going to put it very much like that because I don't want it covered. I need a little bit more glue here because this is a little long. So what I do when I have that kind of thing happen is I get a piece of cardstock and just put the glue there and just slide it underneath where I want it. And that's it. See? This we're going to put with dimensionals, and we're going to put our bunch of flowers right here. So we'll mount this first. The flowers on top of our label. Just a little bit of glue. Put them where you want them. And now that this acts as a hole, and I can just put dimensionals under the thing. So this was more a little bit more elaborate than my other cards, even though it was my first card. Oh, hi, Princess. Welcome back. Well, you were watching in YouTube, but it doesn't matter. You can watch whatever you want. Most people want on YouTube, watch in YouTube than on Facebook rather than YouTube, I meant. But everybody's welcome in whatever channel. As you could see, I realized here that I had the clear, that I had the clear, anyway, I realized that I had the Versamark, and I don't know why I didn't like it, and I turned it around and I did it that's right, because it dried and I couldn't use it anymore, and then I turned it around and I used the other side. That's what happened. All right, so here we have our card, and this is falling a little bit, so I think it needs another dimensional back there, one of the small ones. If I can lift it, just lift and take a backing off. There. I do like these flowers, I have to say. And then we need some other greenery. So let's see. We can do this. No, this is the same color. No, we need another color. This. I don't know if I like it like that. Because this is, by the way, the sentiment comes from the relaxing water side. Have a great birthday. I thought it was a nice one. Maybe I'll do something like that. What do you guys think? It's a little different than the other one. So I'm going to put some glue there and some glue there. And you cannot put dimensionals in this because it's very thin. I think that works. And to call it a day, we're gonna put some of the, I don't know which ones. I think these ones. Here, 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 here. There. All right. This one will need, oh, I didn't put my moth here. And I have one. It's a little one. Well, we can use this one here. I'm going to fold it a little bit, put a glue dot in it, and put it in the corner. I color it similarly that I did the flowers, so I don't need to show you that again. I don't think. But what I'm going to do for sure is put some Wink of Stella on this baby. If I can find here my Wink of Stella. There. All right, and then for the inside, I don't have anything in either of them. Actually, this one, because it was white, I didn't need an inside, but for this one, I will need an inside. So I'm going to do a 3x3. If I can find a piece of cardstock. There we go. Three by three. Why is this not cutting? You see that? And that is happening since I changed the blade. So it's not that it was the blade that it was not sharp, or maybe it didn't come sharp. That's what happened. I don't know. But I'm going to use it and use it and use it until I consider it that it's time to replace it. Not yet. It's too new. I could have done 3 1/4 by 3 1/4, but I did 3 by 3. So now I have to. We're going to do the little moss. I wanted it in, because I had done it in Secret Sea, I think. Whichever. I'm gonna do it so you can see. And we'll adhere it, and that's it. All right. So here's 2 night cards. We have the twins, as I call them. Make it room and make sure that this glue is out of the way. We don't want to mess up the new cards. So we have these two. Well, that one we just finished. And then what I call the twins, that negatives. And then we had another one, if I can find it. Oh, here we go. The first card. All right. If you have a favorite, you know I always like to play favorites. So let me know. Thank you, Kate. Thank you. And next week, I just got my paper pumpkin. So probably we'll do alternatives with the Hooray for Birthdays paper pumpkin. Okay, so have a lovely, lovely week, and enjoy the rest of your Sunday. See you soon. Bye bye. Thank you, Chantel. I just saw you coming. Thank you. Bye.